The year is 2020. I'm bummed from the pandemic. I've got too much free time and no part of my brain wants to do even a single productive thing. So I sit on my sofa, pour a glass of red wine, and do the only thing a person in that situation can do. Start a new game of Skate 3 on the Xbox 360. See, Skate 3 is one of those games that when it first came out, I think we really took it for granted. Like, yeah, we've been skating for 2 whole games already, and this one was so buggy and wacky at launch, it was pretty easy to make fun of. But as more and more years go by, and even with the promise of a sequel coming at some point in the next few years, it's something I find myself inexplicably drawn back to. Skate 3 was the swan song of what I'd like to call the golden years of chill gaming. See, chill games have pretty much always been around, like even the SNES had Mario Paint, a game where you swat flies and make a chiptune cover of Say It Ain't So, which do go hard. And Echo the Dolphin! But it really wasn't until we hit the PS1 and Xbox era that games were allowed to just be chill. Everything was so arcade oriented still, and I don't know what was up with 80s and 90s arcades, but they had no chill. All they cared about was Warrior needs food badly, and but with the PS1, we started getting games that really saw consoles as an opportunity to come home after a long day of 5th grade math, put some kid cuisine in the microwave, and listen to the most chill drum and bass of your life while you catch monkeys or like blow up chickens or something. I don't know. I've never actually played Bomberman Hero, but I don't think blowing up chickens is very heroic. I'm just gonna throw that one out there. You could argue that RPGs or even text-based DOS games were really the OG chill games, but I don't think those really carried the same design philosophy as a lot of these games made specifically to chill and drink root beer at your friend Kevin's house, even though mom won't let you drink soda at home, but Kevin's mom says it's okay. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Kevin. The later years of the PS2 and Xbox were where chill gaming really hit its stride. We started getting sports games that weren't complete garbage, but weren't so dull and realism focused like they are today. Instead of apes and bombs, we got graffitis and balls, and also apes, and also bombs a few years later, but nobody likes to think about that one. Most of my favorite games of all time came from the PS2 and Xbox 360 era of gaming. Tony Hawk's Underground, Jet Set Radio Future, Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life, Kingdom Hearts 2. Alright, Kingdom Hearts 2 is really stretching the definition of chill, especially when Mickey Mouse in a fury says, "They'll pay for this," and whoa, he threw off his cloak. Whoa, Clown Final Fantasy in here, and he's fighting Sephiroth. Whoa! What I'm getting at is design philosophy around gaming really changed, and where even the dumb, brainless skateboarding game is trying to tell a story better than Citizen Kane, but even something as serious as Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, or Substance, depending on your sexual preference, still has this goofy, wacky, silly gameplay doing cartwheels over bridges. It was a transitional period where games could be about anything those little developer brains could imagine, with whatever wacky, dumb story they could think of, but still be something you play for 20 minutes after school just to decompress. Unfortunately, the later years of the Xbox 360 and PS3 were really where these chill games with a point started to disappear in favor of these huge, epic, fucking fuck your brain out with our big, huge, epic cinematics and story. And like, don't get me wrong, some of those games are big and huge and epic and have a story that sucked and fucked my brain out. And then some of those games are Far Cry 3 with a really big but entirely hollow map, making you do the same thing like 10 times in a row and sucks. A lot of those games are just Far Cry 3 again. In a lot of ways, I see Skyrim as the last holdout of chill games. A game so chill that it's been re-released on like 9 consoles, many of which are dead and will probably continue being re-released long after the heat death of the universe. The gameplay of Skyrim fits chill to a T. or a C. Get it? Because chill starts with a C. Like, I'm the Dovahkiin? There's dragons invading? Vampires are taking over the world? Well, unfortunately, Timba Whitearm asked me to hunt down 10 bear pelts because she's a bear genocide advocate, so that all is gonna have to wait. Today we have whole genres of cozy games like Animal Crossing or Stardew Valley or Cozy Grove, where there's not really a point to the game besides just hanging out and having nice atmosphere. And while I specifically named those 3 games that are super fun and I've played far too much that it's arguably become a detriment on my life, there's a real lack today of big budget games that walk a balance between goal-oriented and chill and fun that gaming really hammered home during the 2000s. I mean, how can we live in a world where I can't drive to Walmart and buy a plastic guitar with buttons that get stuck while I'm trying to play Freebird and say that this is an okay reality? Luckily, indie games have really filled in that niche in such a strong way that while AAA games are testing how many years you can crunch a game studio before they all go insane, you can support indie devs who made something way more special and way more chill. Just look at Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, which will be just as fun as Jet Set Radio Future without requiring you to buy an original Xbox on eBay. Or look at BattleBit Remastered, a game that visually looks straight out of Roblox but prioritizes the fun part of a shooter that AAA games haven't since Black Ops 1. No, not that one. Yes, that one. Oh, and wait, what's that? What console did those games come out on? What? The Xbox 360? Whoa, it's just like what I said in this video, and everything that came after was just dookie poopy garbo suck. Whoa, Kevin's mom made Hot Pockets. Yes, she saw my sick kill streak. Yes, Mrs. Kevin's mom. Now, to be fair, the biggest game to come out this year by far, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, is one of the most chill games I've ever played, and something that's so good and so fun. I couldn't even think of what I could say about it in a video like I did with Breath of the Wild. Maybe I will eventually, I don't know, go watch that one. My point is that chill games made me some of my best friends in middle school, and it's the only thing that got me through high school. What kept me sane during a global pandemic. And we should all worship and celebrate the indie devs who are keeping the genre of chill games alive while honoring the memory of our brave soldiers who kept our little faces and our chubby cheeks smushed against a TV screen a very unhealthy distance for your eyes away, giving us something that wasn't trying to win awards or have the world's most empty, boring map, but something that was just fun and nice. Thank you, Mario Paint. Thank you, Skyrim. And thank you, Skate 3. Oh, and Final Fantasy XIV is pretty good too. Did you know that the most critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV is free trial? Hey, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. It's goofy to say, but it actually does help. I started working on this video about half a year ago specifically to try and find motivation again, but that ended up coming from my low effort Starfield video getting so much traction, so thanks for watching that. I hope I could entertain you for a few minutes here. What's your favorite chill game? Leave a comment and let me know, and for real, go play Baldur's Gate 3 if you haven't. It's big dork energy, but it's so fun. Oh yeah, and a new video is coming in